dear, I like to see young people gay, young people jolly. Olympian food, my love, a lay long odds will please your lips, those rosy portals. What is the good, my love, of being a god's? If we must work like common mortals.
Ah yes, what is the good, my love, of being gods? If we must work like common mortals.
Bless their little hearts. I can refuse them nothing. As the Olympian stage manager, I should be strict and make them do their duty, but I can't. Bless their little hearts. When I see the pretty little craft come sailing up to me with a wheedling smile on their pretty little figureheads, I can't turn my back on them. I'm all bow. Though I'm sure I try to be stern.
You certainly are a dear old thing.
She says I'm a dear old thing. Deputy Venus says I'm a dear old thing.
It's her affectionate habit that describe everybody in those terms. I am more particular. Still, even I am bound to admit you certainly are a very dear old thing.
Deputy Venus says I'm a dear old thing. And Deputy Diana, who is much more particular, endorses it. Who could be severe with such deputy divinities?
Do you know, I'm going to ask you a favor.
Venus is going to ask me a favor.
You see, I am Venus.
No one who saw your face would doubt it.
No one who knew her character would. And Venus, you know, is married to Mars.
To Vulcan, my dear, to Vulcan, the exact connubial relation of the different gods and goddesses is a point on which we must be extremely particular.
I beg your pardon. Venus is married to Mars.
If she isn't married to Mars, she ought to be.
Then that decides it. Call it married to Mars.
Married to Venus, or married to Mars, or married to Vulcan, what does it signify?
My dear, it's a matter which I have no feeling whatever.
So that I am married to someone.
Exactly. So that you are married to someone. Call it married to Mars.
Now, here's my difficulty. Timodon takes the place of Mars. And Timodon is my father.
Then why object to Vulcan?
Because Vulcan is my grandfather.
Oh.
My dear, what an exception. You are playing a part until the real gods return, that's all. Whether you're supposed to be married to your father or your grandfather, what does it matter? This passion for realism is the curse of the stage.
That's all very well. love to my father. It interferes with my conception of the character. It spoils the part.
Well, I'll see what can be done. That's always the way with beginners. They've no imaginative power. A true artist ought to be superior to such considerations. Well, nice miss, oh, I mean Diana. What's wrong with you? Don't you like your part?
Oh, immensely. It's great fun.
Don't you find it lonely out by yourself all night?
Oh, but I'm not alone all night.
I don't want to ask any injudicious questions, but who accompanies you?
Oh, why, Sparkian, of course.
Sparkian? But Sparkian is Phoebus Apollo. He's the sun, you know.
Of course, I should catch my death of cold in the night air if he didn't accompany me.
The original Diana always went out alone.
I hope the original Diana is no rule for me. After all, what does it matter?
To be sure, what does it matter?
The sun at night or in the day.
As long as he shines, that's all that's necessary. But what will Daphne say to all this?
Oh, Daphne will console herself. Young ladies soon get over this sort of thing. Did you never hear of the young lady who was engaged to Cousin Robin?
Never.
Then I'll sing it to you. Little maid of Arcady sat on Cousin Robin's knee, thought in form and face and limb, nobody could rival him. He was brave and she was fair, true they made a pretty pair. Happy maiden she, happy maid of Arcady, happy maid of Arcady. Moments fled as moments will, happily enough, until after say a month or two, Robin did as Robins do, weary of his lover's play, jilted her and went away. Wretched little maiden she, wretched maid of Arcady, wretched maid of Arcady. To her little home she crept, there she sat her down and wept. Maiden wept as maidens will, grew so thin and pale, until cousin Richard came to woo. Then again the roses grew. Happy little maiden she, happy maid of Arcady, happy little maiden she, happy maid of Arcady, happy maid of
Well, Mercury, my boy, you've had a year's experience of us here. How do we do it? I think we rather an improvement on the original gods, don't you?
Well, there's a good deal to be said on both sides of the question. On the one hand, you are certainly younger than the original gods and therefore more active. On the other hand, they are certainly older than you and have therefore more experience. But on the whole, I prefer you because your mistakes amuse me. Olympus is now in a terrible muddle. The deputy daisy all on foot. He splutter and splash like a pig in a puddle and dig into one of his very spot. For Thespis is due from the terrible blunder. Now the ticket was easy and weak. Whenever his collar was 91 under, the thought of it keeps him away for a week. Then mighty old Mars, after the flap of a parrot, when left in the dark, he'll quiver and quail. Start from his arms that was stuck like a carrot, been boiling and thriving and terribly nail. Then Venus was freckles so very repellent, and Venus should not have a squint in her eyes, and learn if he never is weak in her spelling and scatters her aces all over the sky. Then Pluto in crowd-hearted tenderness, Eric on make up his mind, you'll let everyone fly. The time of the paragraph, ever recurring, remarkable in the subject every time. On some it has come as the serial notice, to others it's quite an advantage and choice, for prudential insurance declares big bonus, the whole undertaking of the all in one course. Then Cupid the rascal, forgetting his trade is to make men and women impartially smart, will only shoot arrows at pretty young ladies and never takes aim at a bachelor's part. The result of this free for whatever you term it should cover the wicked young sap with disgrace, while every young man is as shy as a hermit, young ladies are bopping all over the place. It's much better for bashful and shiny when nobody has on those before. The lack that determined young bachelor Hyman refuses to wear any pony at all. He swears he must visit the finest of marks, the ones that will bang for right mistakes. Now what in the world to recover the past, the one with his Vegas who should be the king? Sure you will see from the fact that I'm showing the state of the king is exceedingly sad. If Thespis is people go on as they're going, Olympus will certainly go to the bad. From Jupiter down with the isn't to down in all across weather and shuffle and shove, a very relentlessly calling the family important when people that say, oh, the
Sullivan, you can retire.
Sir,
Now, don't pretend you can't when I say you can. I've seen you do it. Go. Well, Mercury, I've been in power 1 year today.
1 year today. How do you like ruling the world?
Like it? Why, it's as straightforward as possible. There hasn't been a hitch of any kind since we came here. Oh, Lord, the airs you gods and goddesses give yourselves is perfectly sickening. Why, it's mere child's play.
Simple, isn't it?
Simple? I could do it standing on my head.
I dare say you will do it on your head very soon.
And what do you mean by that, Mercury?
When you turn the world quite topsy-turvy, you won't know whether you're standing on your head or your heels.
Well, Mercury, it's all right at present.
Oh, as far as we know.
Well, you know, we know as much as anybody knows, you know. I believe the world is still going on.
Oh, as far as we can tell, much as usual.
Well then, give the father of the gods his due, Mercury. Don't be envious of the father of the gods.
But you leave so much to accident.
Well, if I do, it's my principle. I'm an easy man, and I like to make things as pleasant as possible. What did I do the first day I took office? Why, I called all the company together, and I said to them, well, here we are, gods and goddesses. No mistake about it, the real thing. Now, we have certain duties to discharge. Let us discharge them intelligently. Don't let's be hampered by routine and red tape and precedent. Let's set the original gods an example and put a liberal interpretation on our duty. If it occurs to anyone to try an experiment in his own department, let him try it. If it fails, there's no harm done. If it succeeds, it is a distinct gain to society. Take it easy, I say. And at the same time, make experiment. Don't hurry your work. Do it slowly and do it well. And here we are, after a 12-month, and not a single complaint or a single petition has reached.
No, not yet.
What do you mean, no, not yet?
You don't understand these things. All petitions that are addressed by men to Jupiter pass through my hands, and it's my duty to collect them and present them once a year.
Oh? Only once a year?
Only once a year.
And the year is up?
Today.
Then, I suppose there are some.
Yes. There are some.
Perhaps there are a good many.
Yes. There are a good many.
Perhaps there are a thundering lot.
There are a thundering lot.
No.
You see, you've been taking it far too easy, and so have most of your company.
Oh? Who's been taking it easy?
Well, all. Except those who've been trying experiments.
Well, I suppose the experiments were ingenious.
Oh, yeah, they're ingenious. But on the whole, ill-judged. But no matter, it's time to summons your courts.
What for?
To hear the complaints. 5 minutes, they'll be here.
I don't know what it is, but there's something in that young man's manner that suggests that the father of the gods has been taking it too easy. Perhaps I shouldn't have given my company so much scope. I wonder what they've been doing. I think I will curtail their discretion, though none of them appear to have much of the article. It seems a pity to deprive them of what little they have. Now then, Daphne, what's the matter with you?
Well, you know how disgracefully sparkling Apollo then has treated me. He promised to marry me years ago, and now he's married to niceness.
Oh, now look here, I can't go into all this. You're on Olympus now, and must behave accordingly. Drop your Daphne. Assume your Calliope.
Quite so, that is it.
Oh, that is it.
That is Very good. This morning I was in the Olympian Library and I took down the only book there. Here it is.
Lempriere's Classical Dictionary. The Olympian Peerage.
Open it at Apollo.
Ah. It is done.
Read.
Apollo was several times married, among others to Isa, Bellina, Chione, Simone, Acacalus, and Calliope.
And Calliope.
Oh, I didn't know he was married to them.
Sir, this is the family edition.
Quite so.
You couldn't expect a lady to read any other.
On no consideration, but in the original version.
Sir, I go by the family edition.
Then by the family edition, Apollo is your husband.
Apollo, your husband? He's my husband. I beg your pardon. He is my husband. Apollo is Spartan, and he's married to me. Spartan is Apollo, and he's married to me. He's my husband. He's your brother.
Oh, now look here, Apollo. Whose husband are you? Don't let's have any row about this. Whose husband are you?
On my life, I don't know. I'm in a very delicate position. Still, I'm prepared to fall in with any suggestion Thespis may make.
I've just found out that he's my husband, and yet he goes out every evening with that thing.
Perhaps he's trying an experiment.
I don't like my husband to make experiments. The question is, who are we all, and what is our relation to each other?
You're Diana, I'm Apollo, and Calliope is she.
He's your brother, you're another, he has very married me.
Please will someone kindly tell us who are our respective kin? All of them are very jealous, neither of us will begin.
He's my husband, I declare, I heard him properly.
That is true, for I was there, and I saw her marry me.
He's my brother, I'm his wife, if we go by Lemprien.
So she is upon my life, really that seems very fair. By the rules of this fair sport, she's his wife and you are not. By the golden wedding ring, she's his wife and you're the thing.
You're my husband and no other.
That is true enough, I swear.
I'm his wife and he's your brother.
If we go by Lempriere,
It will surely be a fair to decide by Lemprien. It will surely be quite fair to decide by Lemprien.
how you settle, I don't care. Leave it all to Lempriere. Please will someone kindly tell us who are our respective kin? All of them are very jealous, neither of us will begin. It will surely be quite fair if we try to clear to its own Lempriere.
The verdict.
Spartan is Apollo up in this Olympian clime. Why, nice miss, it must follow, he is her husband for time. When Spartan turns to mortal, joins once more the sons of men, he may take you to his portal, he'll be your husband then. That is my decision, according to my mental vision. Put an end to all collision. That is my decision.
Oh, that is his decision, according to his mental vision.
That is my decision. have departed, we've been distracted and broken-hearted.
Where is the monster avenged his blunders? He has awakened Olympian thunders, awakened Olympian thunders.
O wicked Thespis, O villain scurvy, through him Olympus is topsy-turvy, compelling silence to grin and bear it. He joined our sorrow and he shall share. Yes, he shall share it.
Thespis might consult you whenever he was in a difficulty.
Well, here I've been ready to be consulted, chock full of reliable information, running over with celestial maxims. Advice gratis, 10 to 4. After 12, ring the night bell. In case there be emergency.
And hasn't he consulted you?
Not he. He disagrees with me about everything.
He must have misunderstood me. I told him to consult you whenever he was in a fix.
Oh, he must have thought you said insult. Well, whenever I open my mouth, he jumps down my throat. It isn't pleasant having a fella constantly jumping down your throat. Especially when he disagrees with you. It's a sort of thing I can't digest.
Send him here. I'll talk to him.
Oh monster, oh monster, oh monster, oh monster.
Well, sir, the year is up today.
And a nice mess you've made of it. You've deranged the whole scheme of society. He's going to be around. My dear boy, I do assure you.
Be
respectful. I can't think what you allude to. Apart from getting our scene painted to restore this temple, because we found the ruins drafty, we hadn't touched a thing. Why, everything is perfectly normal.
Oh, you storyteller!
Oh, storyteller! Oh, storyteller! My dear fellows, you're distressing yourselves unnecessarily. The court of Olympus is about to assemble to listen to mortal petitions and the complaints of the earth, if any. But there are none. Well, hardly any. Let the Olympians assemble! doesn't seem to me to be a very good idea, as work is liable to accumulate. But as I'm particularly anxious not to interfere with Olympian precedent, but to allow things to go on as they have always been accustomed to go, we'll say no more about it. But how shall I account for your presence?
Say that we are ladies and gentlemen of the press.
That all our proceedings may be perfectly open and above board, I have communicated with the most influential members of the Athenian press. And I beg to introduce to your notice some of its most distinguished members! They bear marks emblematic of the anonymous character of modern journalism. Now, if you're ready, we'll begin!
Here's the agenda.
What's that, the petitions?
Some of them. Ah, thought there'd be a row about it.
Well, what's wrong now?
It's been a foggy Friday November for the last 6 months and the Athenians are tired of it.
Oh, there's no pleasing some people. This constant craving for perpetual change is the curse of the country. Friday's a very nice day.
So it is, but Friday 6 months long, it gets monotonous.
Oh, it's perfectly ridiculous!
Simon! Allow me. Father Time. Oh, a little young at present, but even time must have a beginning. In course of time, time will grow older. Now then, Father Time, what's this about a wet Friday in November for the last 6 months?
Well, the fact is, I've been trying an experiment. 7 days in the week is an awkward number. It can't be hard. 2s and 7s won't go.
Quite so, quite so.
So I abolished Saturday.
Oh, but this is too much.
Quiet there. He's a very intelligent young man and knows what he's about. So, you abolished Saturday. And how did you find it answer?
Admirably.
Ah, you hear? He found it answer admirably.
Yes, only Sunday refused to take its place.
Sunday refused to take its place?
Sunday follows Saturday. Sunday won't go on duty after Friday. Sunday's principles are very strict. That's where my experiment sticks.
Oh, really?
But why November? Come now, why November?
December can't start until November is finished. November can't finish because I've abolished Saturday. There again, my experiment sticks.
Oh,
but why wet? Come now, why wet?
Ha! That's your fault. You turned on the rain 6 months ago, and you forgot to turn it off again.
Gentlemen, pray be seated. The liberty of the press, one can't help it. Now this is easily settled. Athens has had a wet Friday in November for the last 6 months. Let them have a blazing Tuesday in July for the next 12. Now then, the next article.
Here's a petition from the Peace Society. They complain that there are no more battles.
Watch! Oh, quiet there, good dog. So, Timidon!
Here?
What's this about there being no battles?
I've abolished battles. It's an experiment.
Oh, come, I say, this is going too far. I got quiet.
Abolished battles?
Yes. You told us on taking office to remember 2 things. To try experiments and to take it easy. I found I couldn't take it easy if there were any battles to attend to, so I tried the experiment and abolished battles. Now I take it easy. The Peace Society ought to be very much obliged to me.
Obliged to you, I confound it. Since battles have been abolished, war's universal.
War? Universal?
Be sure it is. Now that nations can't fight, no 2 of them are on speaking terms. The dread of fighting was the only thing that kept them civil to one another.
Let battles be restored, and peace reign supreme.
Here's the next petition from the Associated Wine Merchants of Mytilene.
Well, what's wrong with the Associated Wine Merchants of Mytilene? Are there no grapes this year?
There are plenty of grapes, more than usual.
Ah, you observe. There is no deception. There are more than usual.
There are plenty of grapes, only they're all full of ginger beer.
Really? What? Blackman!
Yeah?
There seems to be something unusual with the grapes of Mytilene. They only produce ginger beer.
And a very good thing, too.
Oh, it's very nice in its way. But it is not what one looks for from grapes!
Beloved master, a week before we came up here, you insisted on my taking the pledge. By so doing, you rescued me from my inevitable misery. I cannot express my thanks. Embrace me!
Oh, get up, don't be a fool. You know you're the god of wine.
I am.
Well, do you consider it consistent with your duty as the god of wine
In
to allow the
every-
grapes of Mytilene to produce nothing but ginger beer?
And do you consider it consistent with my duty as a total abstainer to grow anything stronger than ginger beer?
But your duty as the god of
In
wine...
every respect in which my duty as a god of wine can be discharged consistently with my duty as a total abstainer, I will discharge it. But when the functions clash, everything must give way to the pledge.
No, don't be a confounded fool. Gentlemen, this can be easily arranged. Now, we can't give over the wine crop this year, but at least we can improve the ginger beer. Let all the ginger be extracted from it immediately.
I'm afraid that's going to be rather difficult. The harvest is going to take some time. You see, Deputy Series has caused all the crops to grow topsy-turvy, and they'll have to be dug out like potatoes.
No!
What any more? Here's the next article. Deputy Venus has caused all the babies to be born grown up. This wouldn't be so bad, but think of what it's doing to the birth rate.
It was an
It's much too strong and extremely wrong. Yes, extremely wrong. It was this. We won't stand this. Great Jove's interference is more than we can stand. No, no.
It is more than we can stand.
We can't stand this.
Oh,
then make a clearance with your majestic hand.
No, no. With your majestic hand.
It would be wrong if we stood this. Extreme. It's more than we can stand. This interference, then we can stand. All tearing around, we're going to the press. Scream to this interference, it is more than we can stand. All tearing around, we're going to the press. It is more than we can stand. We can't stand this. It is more than we can stand. We can't
Let us remain, we beg of you pleadingly. Life on Olympus suits us exceedingly. Let us remain, we beg of you pleadingly. If we have shown some little humility, let us remain, we beg of you pleadingly.
Let us remain, we beg of you pleadingly. Like on Olympus suits us exceedingly. Let us remain, we beg of humility. If we have shown some little humility, let us remain, we beg of you pleadingly.
Attend to me, if you cooked it when banded in unity. We all may be defined with impunity. You're sadly misled of a verity. If you value repose and tranquility, you'll revert to a state of docility, or prepare to regret your temerity.
Goodness me, what a terrible situation. It's all your fault, you lack of indiscrimination. I'm sure I don't know where to go. It put you into such a twitter. But this at all events I know, the sooner you're up, the better.
Let us remain, we beg of you pleadingly. That on Olympus suits us exceedingly. Let us remain, we beg of humility. If we have shown some little ability, let us remain, we beg of you pleadingly. Let every day we beg of us pleadingly. That on Olympus suits us exceedingly. Let every day we beg of humility. If we have shown some little ability, let us remain, we beg of us pleadingly. Beg of you pleadingly. Let us remain, that on Olympus suits us exceedingly. Let us remain, if we have shown some little ability, let us remain, we beg of humility. Let us remain, we beg of humility. We beg of humility. We beg of humility.
Enough! Your reign has ended. Upon this sacred hill, let him be apprehended and learn our awful will. Away to war, contemptible comedians, and hear our curse before we set you free. You all shall be eminent tragedians. No one ever goes to see.
What, never?
No, never.
What, never?
Now here you see the errant folly of doing your best to make things jolly. I've ruled the world like a chap in his senses, observe the terrible consequences. Great Jupiter, oh nothing pleases, stutters and stares and kicks up breezes, and sends us home in a mood of vengeance in double quick time like a railroad engine. And this he does without compunction, because I have discharged with unction a highly complicated function complying with his whole injunction.
And this he does without compunction, because he has discharged with unction a highly complicated function complying with his whole injunction. And this he does without compunction, because he has discharged with function a highly complicated function complying with his own injunction. And this he does without compunction, because he has discharged with function a highly complicated function complying with his Thank you.